Right edition, welcome, happy day. Often I define or give definition to the word liberalism, stupidism. I repeat myself, you get it. But a Democrat was recently shot, not with a gun, with a camera. He was doing what all Democrats do. He's doing things that don't need to be done, right? They're always full of activity and no achievement. Watch the video. So what do you think? Is he a Democrat? I think so. Did you really notice? Watch it again. It's kind of funny. Sadly, there's a little bit of truth to it as well. Breaking news, breaking news. The state of New Jersey has a new law which limits the magazine capacity to 10 bullets in order to help prevent mass shootings. And citizens are required to turn the magazines in, which hold more than 10 rounds. It's your property. They don't give you a check or anything else. Of course, you had to buy them unless you stole them. And if you stole them, you ain't going to hand them in anyway. You get it. But nobody's done it. Imagine that. Not one magazine has been handed in. And as a point of interest, I've referred to magazines occasionally as a clip, and many people write in and say, hey, dummy, you have to call a magazine. I've been to lots of gun ranges, and many people in America do refer to it as a clip. Just saying. See, I don't know that there's a wrong way to say, but magazine certainly is more common. Let me get back to this. You can have 10 bullets, but you can't have 15. So you can go out and murder 10 people, but you can't murder 15 if you got all of that. Holy, good laws are good, I guess, but laws typically aren't even needed because laws are for the people that are going to break them anyway, right? They're all for bad people. But a bad law, I guess somebody thought, in New Jersey at least, that it shouldn't be obeyed. Over the past 4 months, this is serious stuff. I mean, this is about Roman Catholic priests attacking children, right? This has been going on for a long, long time, as in hundreds and hundreds of years, and it's terribly disturbing every time you hear it, and you hear it often. And I always think about what you don't hear. If you hear that one priest did one bad thing, you only caught him. What about all the other guys that weren't caught? So I mean, it's just the tip of the iceberg, and it goes on and on, year after year, century after century. And recently in the United States, the names of more than 1,000 priests that have been put out there, and these people have sexually abused children. And now the Pope has done an unprecedented thing, so says this report. He's now calling for priests who've abused children to turn themselves in. Do you think? Really? I kind of don't think so. And he goes on to say that the church will never again hide their crimes. Well, by saying it that way, you just said that you've hidden the crimes in the past. You should be charged. The church should be charged. You can't make an admission. It's like, hey, I murdered somebody 40 years ago. I mean, I should be charged. That's kind of the way it is, and he's already saying that. He's saying the church did it, we're guilty. Of course you're guilty. I mean, if you didn't do it yourself, you're still guilty if you knew that someone was doing it. These guys, they abuse children, they destroy people's lives, and the victims get counseling. And these guys, what do? They get a check and a shirt. They get 3 months off with paid leave, and then they get a new parish to go to. It's been going on forever. This is very, very bad. Let's get over to something a little more positive, a little more funny. Russia. Stupidism, we're back to that. Liberalism, again, the same thing, but this is historic. Russia, way back in 1698, Emperor Peter I implemented a tax on beards on men, and he wanted to enforce a ban on hairy men. Okay, and I don't know how that worked for him because I've seen a couple of men in Russia today that have beards and mustaches, but he did put the tax out there, right? Liberalism is failing. It is failing. It's kind of winning in California in some places, but ultimately it's really failing. It's impossible to work. It will, though, destroy us because liberals apply more liberal measures to cure itself. All the time. They say, well, we made this mistake, so now we'll add another one to it, right? And it goes on and on. It's kind of like tossing gas on a raging fire. Their cures add to our political, social, economic, and moral mess, and it's happening every day. And we need to, I don't know what, fix it. I used to think these people could be saved, these people being liberals, and now I believe you just got to run them over with a, I don't know what, with a big windstorm, I guess. I know, I was going to say something else. I'm sticking with a windstorm at the moment. I say this a lot. I got to say it again because it's so accurate, and when you get this information, of course, we can get it embedded, then we can come up with a solution. Dumb is forever, leftism, liberalism, stupidism. It's all the same stuff. I repeat myself. Y'all come back tomorrow. And I'll have more stuff for you from the right, and it's solution-based. Take all of these problems and come up with a solution. That's kind of what we want, and I think if we all pay attention and watch who counts those votes, then it will really count when we vote. See ya.